In here checking snares tonight at the farm, just at the dead pit here, and had a snare up here, and I can see a coyote in it, in this ram power snare. Looks like just a little one. Just a little one, probably this year's pup. Last one I snared out of here, it was kind of strange. It had been shot by 3 different types of firearms and made for quite a crappy pelt, but it's still on a stretcher. Looks like this ram did its job here. Trail was just coming from back there. Got a couple more snares to check tonight, so right on. Walking out of here now with that coyote. Snow is sure deep here. I got more power snares set up around here. I can see there's no catch circle, but I got another snare in here. You can see the trail here. It's kind of snowed in now by the looks of things. Yeah, sure enough, there's another coyote here. In this ram power snare. Still got a good trail going back there. Forks this way, forks up there, then heads out back to the trail I just walked off of. This is a bigger one for sure. Nice looking pelt. Looks like the ram got him right around the neck, so these are definitely great devices. I tell you, if you can afford to invest in them, the ram spring itself, the general investment of it is well worth it. Right on. Here we go. It's February 16th today, and so you can see all of the North American fur catalogs, aside from dressed wild fur, are online now. And that means that the lotting letters have been released. It appears that all of my lotting letters, aside from wild mink, the one that I had in there, the other one it's for a fur competition here at the end of the month. Seems like everything's up. I'd say I'm more or less happy with the result of it. All I can say now is bring on the auction, I guess. All my stuff will start to sell February 20th. So we're only a few days away. Right on. In here, over by the farm again, checking our coyote snares for one of the last times. I've snared a couple in here now, so I moved some snares around, and you can see we got one caught in a snare up here. This is one that I just changed and put in here yesterday, so it looks like it produced. Nice looking coyote there so far. Just had it anchored off over to here. I was hoping that he would get caught and jump off the trail, so he wouldn't rip that trail up, but he's not even frozen, so I could probably skin him today. I got another ram just back there. There's a dead pile up there. And I got a couple more good snares to check here, so let's keep going. I got this snare set back up here where we just snared that coyote. Thought I'd just quickly show you how I set my snares up. Right over the middle of the trail, basically, with not a very long, but a support wire or whatever on that ram snare. And, you know, add a little blocking, you know, this is loose. And put a chin stick on the snare. All you're looking for is something like that with a fork on it that you can hang it on the snare. Coyote walks along, and if he's walking with his head down, you know, especially coming up to like an old catch circle where he's smelling, he'll lift his head to put it into that snare. So That's how I set my rams up. Let's go check the rest. We're out here today on the Stewart Lake, trying to trap some rats here. It's about -5 Celsius out today. I just broke into this house here. I'm about to put a trap in it. Sure feels nice to be out on the ice here, getting traps out. Got to get a few rats here for a fur handling competition at the end of the month. So hopefully we grab a few in the next couple days.
Twenty-five, 26, 27, 28, 28 in the center, aim at the 28, last spin, 29, 30, 30 in the center, aim at the 30, last spin, 30. You know it. 13 is the bit, 13 in the bit, any advance on the 13, 13, 12, 12, any advance on 12, any advance on the front, and 50, and 13 bit on the right aisle, 13, no, 12, 50, 12, 50 in the back, hold on. And you're dropping, and 12 a bit, and 50. 300. And load of a 54.
So here we go. It's February 21st, 2013, and as you can see, all the marten are sold now. Of the 8 that we had in there, they sold for $1,325 at 165.62 average. So I'm definitely happy with that. I was expecting, the 8 of them to sell anywhere from $800 to $1,000, and the price of marten on this sale really blew my mind away. I would say, I wasn't able to watch the whole sale. I was in school when they started to sell, but the little bit that I caught, they started real high. So right on. That's all I can say.
1H, Robert. And lot 81. Another one here at 110. 110 in it.
This is North American Fur Auctions, auction day 2.
Sorry?
You can see they're auctioning off ranch mink right now. We're just sitting here patiently waiting for the next few days to go by when the wild fur starts selling. Right on.
Lot 81.
So the February 2013 sale is over. Looks like everything that we had in there besides the few ounces of cast are sold. And we've got all of our prices up there, all in Canadian dollars. So I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this sale. North American is saying it's the biggest sale in history. It had some real great turnouts, and I would say that I have to agree. So right on. We're out here setting muskrat traps today. It's February the 24th. Come up here to this, what we thought was a rat hut, and turns out it's a beaver, an air hole. They swim in between lodges and they come up in here for a breath. I mean, as you can see, there isn't any chamber or nothing in there for a muskrat to sit. Great big hole down through the ice here. So we're going to open this up the rest of the way and get a 330 conibear in there. Close her back up, seal her up with snow, and keep going. Out here today on Stewart Lake trapping beaver, and we come up to this house and I says, watch out, there's going to be a hole there, and there was a hole there and a hole there and a hole all the way along there. I mean, it's a miracle we didn't go through here, because it's not exactly thick ice anywhere here. So we're going to try and get back over to the machine to get some traps in here. And I guess if you're seeing this, we made it out. If not, see you later. So we're here checking the traps today. I showed you this this beaver air hole last time. And I opened up the house today. And I can see we got a beaver in there. Got him right by the neck, which is pretty much right what I wanted. The idea was just to have him, as soon as he, poked his head through that hole, he would hit the striker, or the trigger I should say, and get caught. And surely here, that's what happened. And I mean, I could see inside the house it's not ripped up any more than it was last time, so he died real quickly. So I'll get him out of here, get him dried off, and get this trap reset, keep going.
To start off this presentation on muskrat submarine or colony traps, we're just going to go over the equipment required here. You need a 41-inch chunk of 1x1 mesh.
You'll need your J-clips here, your J-clip pliers, zip ties.
Then just wire cutters, and then your funnel itself is made out of actually Kids Crazy carpets. You can get patterns in different places, and then you just cut them out, zip tie them together to make your funnel.
Yeah, if you're looking for a pattern, you can just go talk to Dave Newick at North American Fur Auctions. He was saying somebody over there he can get one sent out. So to start off here, you just take the mesh and you kind of square it off so it's even at both ends. And you fold some of the end pieces of wire that are poking out. You just fold it over to kind of hold the trap until you get the clip in place.
Then you're going to J-clip them with the J-clip and J-clip tools. The J-clips are just little pieces of aluminum that curl up when they're hooked, and they create a nice little bond. They use them in making cages and stuff, and these submarine traps. And that should hold her just until we get her done, and then you can add some more. The next step is you're going to attach your funnel, and we just use zip ties for that. So I'll just go ahead and zip tie it together here.
The next step is just to take some side cutters, or we've got tin snips here, and just snip the excess zip tie off.
Okay, then you Okay, then you just do the same on the other side, and what you're left with is a 30-inch long by about 12 inches wide colony trap with 2 ends. The muskrats swim in here much like a minnow trap, and then they get caught in here. A little word on the humaneness of these traps. I know some people are concerned because it may not be quick killing like a conibear, but it acts actually, they just expire rather quickly in the water once set properly. It acts much like a foothold in a drowning set, and that's been proven really humane. So these are a humane tool, and if you can make use of them on your line, they're an excellent addition.
I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little plastic flap in here or whatever. You take that, you attach like a door or 2 long wires that go across the entrance. Just sometimes the rat will turn around and possibly will swim back out with those 2 wires hanging. It won't swim through the door. And like Chris was saying here, you just drop them into a rat run or around a big, a big hut or whatever, and those rats are already accustomed to swimming through there, so they just come along like nobody else's business, and they swim right in, and they're there. A trap this size is going to hold quite a few rats, so if you're checking it every 3 days, like the Manitoba trap check law requires, you could come back and have a full colony trap of rats. So they're definitely worth the time to put into them if you've got a place on your line to set them. I think that's about it. Thank you. I suppose I should have asked too, is there any questions? Personally, with these traps, where I trap, there isn't a lot of great spots for them. So I've used a smaller scale version of these, and I've caught as many as 2, 3 in them. The smaller version is a square version, and it's 6 inches wide by 6 high by 24 long. Pardon me? It's just for a smaller run, like, you get some of those rat runs in ditches, where there's only 2 feet of water. This isn't going to fit in there, but a 6 by 6 colony trap will fit in there, and it'll be underwater. You can make them too, yeah, there's not much difference. The only difference is you just lightly J-clip the door on those, because it hangs like this, and the rat comes in and pops up, and then drops down, kind of like a live catch trap. And there's not really too much difference.
Does the color matter on your funnel there? Is red better? Is it the trap or if it's black or whatever other colors?
As far as I know, I think the only thing that matters with color is if you're sitting beside the road, somebody will see red better. Yeah, Stu was saying that they were all in a black this year, so I guess red's the new black, I don't know. It shouldn't matter. If you want, you can paint them so they aren't so easily visible. Yeah, I think they're like a bucket Dollarama in Winnipeg, or they're not expensive, yeah. Exactly. So, any more questions? Thank you.